And we'll be starting in a few minutes. Well, you know how early I am. Anyway, just bear with me. The video's about to start soon. Thanks. Bye. Hello, good afternoon, evening, morning. Got loads on, and I've thought we'd do an owl, one of my favourite animals, birds, whatever you want to call them. And I did a quick sketch, and I did this, and I think I'm going to make it into a stamp. I just really love him. I think he's so cool. Really easy to draw. I'm going to show you how. So you need some smooth paper to draw on. You need your pens, a pencil, rubber if you need it. If you don't, that's cool as well. I don't need to circle it, but it is handy for the eyes. So let's see. Let me tell you what I've got, and then you can say whether you need it or not. So let's have a quick look. Okay. So we've got a pen. Right, we've got a pencil. I'm using automatic because I like that. Come down. Give me something to look at. Come on. Down here. Here. Oh. Right, it's playing. Excuse me. Playing naughty boy, girl. Yay, we've got it. Come down a little bit more. Come down, come on. Come on. Thank you. Don't be like that. Let's get you focusing on that writing. Oh, for goodness sake. Doopy doopy doo. Keep my hand there. Yay! We've done it. Right, okay, so I've got A4 sheet of paper. It's all up to you what you want to do size-wise, but we're going to work in a square. So, you know, find anything that you want to draw in a square or whatever, or get your approximate square. So, when I drew him, where's my ruler gone? When I drew him, it's about, I'll do this. I drew him before, so I'll just go over it again just to make sure. Okay. So this size, that's not the paper. Let me get this all sorted. Not them. So, sorry if that noise is my that noise that you can hear, the rumble in the jungle, is my washing machine. It's behaving very badly because it's like me and it's had seen better days. So I'm just drawing a square. This is one of the easiest ways of getting a square. If that's not even straight, that side button. Hey, no, it don't matter. Okay, so as long as it's approximate. Okay, we got that? Approximately. So you can see the square. All right, this might not be big enough actually, but we'll go with this. So I don't know how big this is. It's not quite the size of my pencil. Okay, so I'm gonna put a few. Let's see who's in the house. Come on, mouse. Come on, mouse. Let me put my hand there so it don't mess about. So I'll say a quick hello to Selma. Hello. Leah, how are you? Mary or Maria? Mary. We've got, oh, hey, Marcy, you're all right. Hey, oh, it's Linda. She's here. Hope your uncle's okay. Good morning, Facebook user. Emma, me mucker. Hey, you said mucker as well, didn't you? Because we are muckers. Emma's on my DT and I couldn't do without. She's amazing, 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 amazing. Hi, Karen. Let's see who else. Thank you. That is so kind of you. That's very kind of you. Thank you. Hi, Marcia. Oh, I've said hello to you. I'm not saying again. Who else have we got here? Who else? Don't have me on all your appliances, though, because that won't do. I don't want it to be like Big Brother. Don't want my face splashing everywhere on my hands. Vicky, good morning, good afternoon. And we've got some other people who I can't see. So, but the point of today is, again, I had it all here. Oh, I am absolutely pathetic. I had here all my drawing from the other day that we did together. We did a thingy-majiggy, didn't we? There he is. We did a little elephant, and I was out with Dawn yesterday. She showed me what she did, which was amazing. Hello, Angela. So yeah, so I got the idea that, you know, maybe we could do another owl, another animal, and an owl is really. I love owls. I love owls. My sister-in-law loves them as well, and I just thought, oh, do an owl. So the first thing, are we ready? Are we ready? Pearl, I sent you an email and thank you for everything, Pearl. I sent you an email back. It's all sorted. I can't thank you enough for supporting me with my website. So here we go. First things first, I'm going to look over at this and I'm going to put in, let me just see, a diamond-ish. I think diamond-ish, okay? It might need to be a bit bigger, but that's no problem. That's no problem. And then from there, just run a line up and a line down, okay? So diamond. This is going to be a quick one today. Okay, so then what we're going to do, I'm just going to show you how I did it. Just about a third of the way down there. Okay. So a third of the way down, give or take a blob. Maybe a little bit lower, but we can add to it. I think I might just add another line just below it there. So cut it in half and a third of the way down. It's just I didn't do it like this, but I'm breaking it down. So I'm just going to put in a V there. Patricia, hello. Okay, so we've got, it might need to be fatter, that I don't really know. Then we're going to draw a line across there. Okay, now I did it simpler than this, but it was fast. So if I start doing messing about like that, you know, I'm going to lose a lot of friends. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to start putting the details in. Hello, Carol. Okay, so believe it or not, there's your owl. Your owl's done, basically. There's nothing else you need to do apart from the patterning. So the first thing we're going to do is just put his, like, nose on. Get it? Oh, like a bit of a nose. It'll all become clear, I hope, because you put your own bits and bobs on it. Okay, then here. Now this is where, if you've got a circle, use a circle. If you haven't, you haven't. Okay. So if I was using a circle, they'd be right. And I might just swap over to a circle. Can you see him now? He's coming along. Oh, don't worry. Please don't worry. We're just to, I'm sure when I read back, we'll see everybody. So put another little ring on his nose. Now I'm going to turn, if this works out for me, I might turn this into a stamp. So Really, you know, a lot of others wouldn't even show you, but it's by the by, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some really nice sort of designs in. Now I'm looking at that and I'm thinking I could perhaps make my eyes a little bit bigger. Helen, hello. So here we go. We go from this area here, right? And we're going to go, turn it round for you so you can see. And we're going to go do one line, keep going over it lightly. Then that way what'll happen is you'll get muscle memory. Okay, so now if this was a stamp, I'd be using symmetry, but I'd also be using tracing paper by hand, and if not, I'd be using a pen that would utilise my symmetry. So I'm just going to go sort of similar. I don't really, you know what I'm like. I really don't worry too much about it being perfect. Right, so I'll just put these lines in. So this one comes in about here. So I know it comes like that. Yeah, this one comes about here. That's about right. This one comes about here. That's about right. So if you're measuring, it's easier to do it at the side. So, okay. A lot of these carvings are. I do like Native American and Indigenous people. I do love looking at their artwork. So I'm just going to put in another one because sometimes they have ear dowels, don't they? That we could turn in that into an ear dowel. Again. Okay, so we've got this. So from here, from this point, like that. Looks like it's a bit, there you go. So about there. Get it? Nah, never perfect. Well, I'm certainly not. And then the last one is joining it like that. It could even look like a moustache, but that's not the aim. So I might just move that up. But then what we've got here is we can do his feathers there. So it doesn't look like one I get. It looks like he's sticking his tongue out. So we'll clarify some of these later. Don't be too, don't be too worried at the moment. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a size here that I like. Okay. Oh, is that too big? Way too big. Oh no, because you try and get a bit of peace and quiet. And everybody in the world starts mowing and chipping and right. So I've drawn his eyes back down again. Let me get that piece of paper back. Crying out loud, it's so temperamental today. Crying out loud. Vicky, anybody can draw it. That's what I'm teaching you now. I'm showing you how to draw it. It's really easy. It really is easy. You just got to remember that you don't do it in one day, do you? You do it. Right, so now I'm going to do an inner line. It's driving me nuts, that, I'm sorry to say. An inner line. So, can you tell, right? Can you tell that that noise is making me anxious? Because I can. I can. It's just making me really anxious. It's so annoying me. I want to go out and shout at him because it's just. I'm getting fed up with it. Really annoying me. Right, so I've put his eyes in. And his eyes are right, probably the main thing in it. I'm using a number 8, so it's quite heavy. And I'm just going to put in. Now, I'm wondering whether his nose needs to be a little bit sharper. So I'm actually liking that a little bit better. So there we go. Can you see? I've rounded it a little bit. And if you do a mucky line, do a mucky line. So just, you won't see the full iris, but you'll just see enough, okay? We're not going to leave him like that because it doesn't look right. So we'll do another line and it'll come from, yeah. So here we do another line there, another line there. Okay, that's his nose. Now, I've got that going there, but what I'm going to do is from here, I'm going to put his eye in, okay? So, there. That's gone a bit, so let's do another one. Like that. Okay, starts to look like eyelashes. So, I've asked the guy who's cutting all the edges to come and give me a price. But I'll be like, I went out in my pajamas because I said, like, can you give us a price? This is all in a couple of hours. So I was like, right, okay. But I'll go to the door and say, sorry, can't come to the door at the moment, I'm filming. Might think, what's she filming? One of them mates only stuff. Right, so I'm going to look at this now and just see where I'm at because like that. So we've got him. Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. Just going to do that because I think it gives him nice eyelashes and a bit of a shade there through his eyes. Okay, so we've got the main element here. Well, sort of. Then we're going to draw that there and that there. I've gone off, but never mind. Then we'll draw like that. Like that. And then his feathers like that. Okay, so you can put an extra one down here. It's up to you if you want to do that. It's up to you. I'm hoping. Look at that, smudging it rather than just rubbing it out. Oh well. So what you can do is sort of get rid of any extra lines that you've done. Look at that. Shocking. And if it's looking a bit dodgy, this is where you can add more lines. I'll make it a little bit bigger. There. So okay, just drawn up a square around it. Doesn't have to be perfect. So that's annoying me, that. What we're going to do is put 2 circles in there, and the first thing we're going to do is leave the circles white. There we go. His eyes. Just a smooth card to draw on, really. When you're using the pens, if you start using watercolour paper, the problem is it dries up your pen quite quickly, actually. So, but it all depends on what you're going to do with it later. If you're going to paint it, etc. So I'll go over this in a bit with a proper rubber where I've got one over there. Right, so we've got this. Quite like the look of it. There's some extra lines we need to put in now. So I'm going to put in some doodle lines or movable lines here. I've got some there. I think I'll do just a couple down there. Right, so I'm drawing those, and all I'm going to do is do that. Okay. And then that way starts to look like a feather, well, I hope. I'll do another one. So we've sort of got the underlying feel there. It's not perfect. effort, but who cares? Right, so let's look at some patterning. Just a round shape in his eye. Bottom one. Like that. So let's look at some other shapes that we did in our elephant and see whether they fit there. I think here we need to do a like a pattern, a jeweled pattern. There. So there we go. I'm just going to put dots around that there. And dots around the little one there. Ooh, you nearly dropped you. Trying to bring you down a bit. Come on. Please don't stop. Right, okay, a little bit better. Right, so just going to draw in these lines now. I want to darken them a little bit. And if you've got any dodgy lines, doing this really helps. So here, put some little lines in. Makes that pattern quite nice, doesn't it, there? So now let's look at another pattern. So we'll do another pattern here. Just trying to think now. Got my sketchbook here. Let's get my sketchbook open. She says, you know what's going to happen? It's all going to go Pete Talk. I've got to look for, in my sketchbook, like feather-like things. So I need to make sure that, you know, it makes sense what I'm doing in here. So in here, put some circles. Okay. Oh, we've lost a lot of people. It's a shame. There we go. Nice thin line there. Nice thin line there. It's gone quiet now, which is wonderful. So I might colour them in to give it a bit more, you know. I've coloured it in different, so yeah, I agree, Pearl. So we've got like that line coming in now, and it's because you're following the edge of my pen. So these lines here, I'm going to give like a shaded look. So there we go. And you see it just shades it out a little bit. Could make this a female one, it doesn't matter. You could chop it up if you wanted. You could do whatever you want. So I'm looking at the patterns. Let's look at okay. So I'll do more in these patterns. I just want to really enjoy the process because yeah, it's been mad busy. It's been really crazy and I've not been enjoying myself as much as I wanted to. So we'll give this idea here a bit more work here. So it might be here. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Thelma. I'm glad you're enjoying it. That's good. So there we go. 1, 2, 3. Looking at that. There we go. Slightly smaller. There's no worries about that. Don't try and change the inner circle because if you do it, say I don't follow the outside line, then I'm going to get a big difference. So even if you don't like the outside line, if you follow that one, it'll be truer to your pattern. So it'll look a little bit better and it'll look like you've done it on purpose. So I'm just going to bring that there. That's better. Looks a bit out of sorts there, but I quite like it actually. So here we've got this one. So now what we can do is, so this one is all about pattern today. All about pattern. If you're doing this on colour, on cardstock, craft stock, you will be able to colour light and dark on it. Just here, I just added 3 of those dots like that there. So in here, there, so okay, leave that one, and it's the one next to the circle in the middle. There we go. So this one here, to darken that there. Like that. I'll give this pattern to my Patreons and more. Oh, Linda, you're a star. You are. So, we've got this. I'm looking for more patterns. Because you've got to make sure that the patterns are fit for purpose, haven't you? Because if you don't, then they look a bit weird. So, here. Right, now you can leave it like that, or you can do this. So there's a couple of ways. I did one and I really loved it, and I did another and I really didn't like that. We got some pattern forming, so it starts here. There we go. So I'm going to pick a line. And follow it all the way down. And again, pick a line. There we go. We could pick another one. So it'd be there we go. That's quite a nice little pattern on his face. So now I've used right. So I'm going to get in a fine liner now. I know I've done thicker lines, but it's quite nice to have thinner and thicker lines interspersed. So various camera's being a right bum today. So and then this is quite a favourite pattern that we use. So it works really well with his eyeballs. Thank you. I don't know about evolution. Maybe evolving, but not evolution quite. But thank you so much for the compliment. I'm using my fine pen now because it will help me to put more detail in these. I'll let you into secret. I just sat here for a minute then and I just went, oh, so glad I'm alive. And that's just in the zone. I wasn't before, but I'm so in the zone now. And it's all about that. Now, in the oh, for goodness sake, blah, 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 blah. In some of the thicker lines, and I can now put thinner lines. So, in here, perhaps, and if you know me, you'll know I'll go 6, 12, 3, 9, and then in between. It just helps me to gauge the idea of it being equidistant. Not through the middle though. But you can, obviously. This looks so good coloured. Oh, it really would. I'm sat here and I smell like I'm getting a cold. No, I don't mean that like I've not had a wash. I mean I smell like in my nose. You get that strange smell, don't you, when you're having got a cold thinking. You're wiggling your toes. Good, Delma. Get those toes wiggling. I'm just going to do some tiny little like that. Is that one? So let's go to this. There we go. That's a bit better now. Nice fine detail. I'm getting a little bit of a not happy with that. So see that shape I really wasn't happy with. It was just like your eye goes straight to it. So this is where you find a pen. It just makes up for that all the time. I'm loving this little geezer. He's a bit of a nice guy. And I'm just going to put on my little lines there because I think that looks gorgeous. Here, like that, and then here, like that. So we've got a pattern forming. Hello, Leanne. You see? So we've got a beautiful pattern forming now in his head, and I think I'm going to do this here. There we go, it looks a bit more even. So here, I'm going to treat the first one with dots because the area was a bit too big all at once for one pattern. So here we'll get little pen marks. Like that. And that's like undulating line. Which now that I'm happy with. So here we'd have bottom. Now I'm really happy with the amount of detail on that. It looks quite, looks like quite cool, doesn't it? Yeah. So here, let's think of a pattern now that we haven't got. I know there's no triangles anywhere else, but it does lend itself to an eyeball, I think. So it works as an iris, I think. Like that. The all-seeing eyes, eh? When you do one and you know you really like it, it just makes itself known straight away. I like that. I really like that. You know what I mean? It really fits the idea. Perhaps we could use this and people could do a next challenge it, knowing, you know, these could be the next challenge. So put his nostrils in. I know they're not there, but we can do whatever we want. Okay. So I'm going to leave that for a minute and I'm just going to go like that. So you could either draw this two ways. You can have the sharp point, so you're doing that point, or you can do the rounded shape, which is right. So you could either draw it that way or draw these. Doesn't matter which way you draw, as long as you do them how you want them. And then we'll draw a teardrop. It isn't a teardrop. Like that. Lovely jubbly. Oh, look at that. Who'd love it, Emma. That's so cool. There we go. So we've got those in the middle. And I think just to even it up, because I've only got half here. That's it. So I'm going to do show you what I mean. So here, draw another one. Okay. Now, so it's that side with this side. Right. Now what I'm going to do is, so that side, so it'll be that side patterned. like that, going down. Like that. It's a bit scruffy there. And then this one. So we've got alternate patterns, so it gives it a bit of form. I'm blooming loving him today. He's gorgeous. Montague, the Moodle Owl. Montague. Right, so here we'll do another pattern here just to bring it out again. We'll look at the other patterns perhaps that need to be brought that brung. So let's look at that again. So it complements that. So it's like that. And then we did the flowers there. Triangles there. Hope you can see me. Sorry, I sometimes have my hand in the way. I do apologise. Right. So this time it's going to be middle in the middle, flower edgy thing, flower edgy thing at the top. Okay, I'm going to go back to my darker pen now, and I'm just going to put in very, very patterned this little guy today. It's just what I needed. I'm going to finish my rabbit. I'm going to get the rest of my washing out, change my bedding, finish all my work off. I don't want to be messing about tomorrow. There we go. We're just finishing off now with some little patterns using my fatter pen so that we've got a different depth and weight of colour. I've been working so weird just recently, like I'm having to put lots of hours in at home, and I'm having to do it when I can. That I'm missing a lot of the wonderful lives. I'm watching them now, but yeah, I want to thank everybody for being around, because I do appreciate that, you know, supporting the group when we can't be there. So I do appreciate that a lot. So we've got our little guy. He's got his eyes here. Well, of course he's got his eyes. So we could either make them even bigger, like part of his eyes, or we could make them feathers. It's entirely up to you. If we was to do, just be careful with that. If we was to do them feathers, what would they look like? Quite cool, actually. Oh, it's either that or that. Let me just put these in here so that I've got more of an idea for my guesstimation. Be quite nice if I made his eyes bigger, you see. Like that. So we can finish it off with this if we want now. Just wondering what to do. Oh, I'm just going to go with this because I like this shape. So I need to make pattern adjustments there. We could put another eye in there, or we could just even put another line there to make it look more 3D. Right, so we've got that shape. We can either always off. Right, I'm going to make these his eyes, so I'm just going to do like that. Sort of got him right, but now we need to make sure that people looking at him will see what it is. So that they're not his eyes now, they're going to be the feathers under his eyes, but I'm just going to darken this line just to show you what using the pointillism will do. There we go. Quite dense near. And then as we move away, they looser. There we go. Can you see it darkens it? Right, do this one. And this way you can hide any, dodgy bits. I'm using a bigger pen to do this. And when you start to do this pointillism like this, you end up flattening your pen, but you get a nice crisp line then, flat line, which is good. But it does flatten your pen. So what we're going to do is create depth for our little owl now. Now, you could stop at any point doing this because you may not agree with some of the patterns, you might not like them, you might think it's too much, and that's cool as well. So you stop wherever you want, do whatever you want. You've got the idea of how it works. You put your own little stamp on it now, and off you go. And that's how it goes. Put your own pattern on it. Now he's got his beak there, which is a little bit too. So I'm just going to put in little lines like this, and the jaggedy lines, so that they're not as white. And they just shade it down a little bit, but it's not white. Now here, I'm looking at this and I'm just going to put in there we go, a bit more shade there. It's gone a bit dark there, but what you would do if it's gone dark like that, wait till it dries and then you go back in with a white pen. It might not work now because it's wet. But you take it away with a white pen then when it's dry. Oh. Just trying to prime this pen. No, it's not ready yet. Anyway, so we've got darker there. We can put the dark just under his eyes there. Darkness in this bit just to give it like a little bit of shading that way. We'll put another one. Right, now I'm just going to get the last bit, which you don't really need to do, but I quite like doing it. Just adding a little bit of pencil to his eyes. Bit of pencil to one side of his head. pencil underneath here, just to give him that definition. Then you will clean him all up with a rubber that worked. Where's that other one gone? So, a bit of pencil work. And what I'm going to do is just show you that giving it a little bit more depth. I don't think this pen's working yet. Starting to just lighten it up a little bit now. But yeah, you do need your dry pen. Otherwise it won't be as bright as you want. But I'm very happy with them now. Yeah, I'm glad you like him. I've loved it today. Really loved it. I've completed what I'm very pleased to complete that, because you know, from that we did that the other day, and that from that monkey drawing I did, actually quite nice though, that little drawing. This is like one of my sketchbook drawing ideas. So I get tons of ideas and I need to write them down or sketch them. So yeah, I get tons of them and I do all sorts in here. So we did that the other day. We did that today. When he's cleaned up now and a bit of gilt on him, you know, he will look. I'm just trying to see now. There's something. Oh yeah, a bit of purple eyes. Oh, I really want to go and swing for him. It's getting beyond the joke. Sorry, has to be done this, doesn't it? Start. bad wallop of that there, but it's actually improved it, so I'm not moaning. In fact, it looked nice with a black pen on, white pen on that. So say nothing, say nothing. This is a purple blue, so it's got like lots of colours and like metallics in it. You can see the pink coming through there, can't you? Now he looks wonderful. He's wonderful. Love him. He's just trying to, sorry, I've got to finish it off now. I can't leave it. So I'm just looking at this. Just to finish him. Match him up a little bit. Tidying out crappy lines I've done as well. There we go. No more. No more. He's done. I like him as he is. I think he'll be even nicer when I get the white onto him at some point. Oh, glitter. Yay, glittery eyes. That's better. So even on, see what I mean? You just go on and on and on and stop and stop. Not doing them all. No, I'm definitely not. Yeah, Montague. I like Montague. Monty. There we go. All done. Hope you enjoyed that. Emma, I shouldn't say this, but this has been one of my most enjoyable collection, the Moodalas, and I am incredibly happy with it. Incredibly happy to the fact that I'll show you. I'll try and do live on Monday because I'm down there on Tuesday. But yeah, I'll show you it, and then you've got a week to get your head in gear to see if you like it enough. But we'll have a little look then. So our Montague. Thank you. I really do enjoy it. But I enjoy like spending time with you now. But yeah, tidy this up now. Put him in a little frame and send him to my sister-in-law. I think she'd like him. I think she'd really like him. Okay, so I will speak to you soon. Hopefully it'll be Monday now, if not Sunday. I might try and get back to you on Sunday. Probably might be better Monday. So I will see you Monday, 12 o'clock here. And thank you again for your support. If you'd like to come and join the Patreons, I'll take a picture of him and put it in our Moodlers and Patreons group where they get all their stuff. And thanks again for your support, everybody. Take care. Bye.